Good morning, everyone. And I guess because Royal Caribbean likes to keep everyone on their toes, they like to start every day with a little game called Guess What Time It Is. So, looking at the app, the ship's time is 5:48. But that might not be the case because the phone thinks it's 8:47 a.m., but the info boards around the ship tell us that it's 7:49 a.m. But here's a pro tip. The official clocks on the ship show it as 6:50 in the morning. So which is right? Well, okay, this clock is correct. The other two are an hour off. One's an hour ahead, the other is an hour behind. So it is in fact 10 to 7 in the morning. It's the time I thought it was, so I'm not late for anything. I've been getting coffee every morning at the Spa Cafe, and I just get a regular Americano with milk, and they make it fresh, as if they were doing a cappuccino or whatever. This morning I went to the Cafe Promenade because the Spa Cafe doesn't open until 7. I thought it was 6. Either way, I asked for my Americano with milk, and apparently for that they just take it out of the giant coffee maker that they put out for everybody. So I'm lost heading to the Windjammer. If you want the little extra personalized service, yeah, the Spa Cafe is a better place. There's also no line. Oh, and the Windjammer is... oh, it is open, just on the other side. So, that ends that confusion. Well, I'm gonna have some breakfast, get a few things done, and my first thing is trivia at 10, so I got like 3 hours. I'm sitting here at the Park Cafe. Well, I'm actually sitting over at Jamie's, but right across from Park Cafe, and I just saw something that, well, I thought was a bit unusual. A relatively senior member of the crew was having breakfast a couple of tables over, and when this person was done, they just got off and briskly marched away. This surprised me a little because I noticed on Norwegian, when the staff eats in the public venues, the self-service venues, not in the restaurants, they always bus their own table. They pick up their plates and cups and everything like that, and they take it over to the service station themselves. And I've seen this with the crew staff, the entertainment crew, people wearing stripes and shoulder boards, all the time. So I kind of expected that to happen here, but it was a little surprising to see this person just get up and walk away. But it's a beautiful day here still, and I'm going to probably go get changed in a few minutes. Well, trivia's still in a couple hours. The clocks are all still wrong. Then, I don't know. Zipline is the first order of business, then probably golf. After that, it will probably be time for lunch. I'm going to see if one of the restaurants are open. I don't want to go back to Hooked again after having dinner there last night. I'd like to see if Uzumi's open. Of course, here, Jamie's I know is open. So that's definitely a possibility. Either way, I'm going to continue to have a great day here on board. It's a little before noon, and I am headed off to lunch at Jamie's Italian. Gonna stop by the Trellis Bar on the way for today's outdoor activity, one of them, a tour of the outdoor bars. Well, the seas seem to be a little bigger today than the past couple of days. Can definitely feel it while walking. So I got about, I guess 10-15 minutes before Jamie's opens. So I'm gonna go try out the Trellis Bar and then get something to eat. Alright, I freely admit I'm a goof. It would help if I walked in the right direction. I went down to the promenade when I need to go up to Central Park. I also just did something that I absolutely hate when other people do. I stopped in the middle of a corridor to figure out where I was actually going or where I needed to go. Some guy had to like walk around me. So yes, I admit it. Sorry. I promise I will try to never, ever, ever do that again. There's a bit of a queue to get into Jamie's. They did just open about 2 minutes ago, so they just started seating. So there's no one in there, so probably get a table. Hope. Captain just finished today's announcement and let everyone know that the current sea state is due to the dissipating and dying remnants of Hurricane Oscar, which I only heard about briefly a few days ago. So, that means no pools, no water slides. Well, actually, one's running. That's the first time I've seen that. Maybe tomorrow. The water slides will be open. Hopefully before we get to Port Canaveral, or in Port Canaveral. For sure they'll be running. So I got 4 more days. I just got my giant green olives for my antipasti, or one of them. These are large green olives with a black olive and sun-dried tomato tapenade and crispy music bread. And also arriving right now is the prosciutto and melon. And this brings the mini buffalo mozzarella and a basil pesto. Yeah, and I'm also getting a main dish. Quick and important note about the giant green olives. They are not pitted. So if you order this, just be aware, don't go crunching down, expecting it to have been like processed or stuffed or anything. The pits are in there. Quick commentary on the giant green olives. The olives, well, they're just olives. They're high quality olives, but they're just olives. But the standout of this dish is the tapenade. Now, I've had a lot of tapenades, and they're usually just like, crushed up black olives. They have a weird, intense flavor that's kind of like too forceful, maybe. But this one is really good. They've taken that flavor profile down a notch, and it works very well because it allows some of the other seasonings and other components of the tapenade to come through and really participate in the overall flavor. So I do like this a lot. At this point, I kind of wish I was doing a full review because this would have been better. At least, I will say this, my selections today are definitely better than what I chose the first time. The tapenade was really good, but the prosciutto and melon antipasti was incredible. This was a great dish. This would be something, if there was just more of it, this could be a main. It was a lot of really bold flavors, executed very well. Nothing was very overpowering, and it all worked very well. I really like this. I didn't finish the melon because I had melon for breakfast, so I'm kind of sick of it. But everything else was really good. Really, really good. I just got my chicken al matone. This is free-range marinated chicken with a creamy wild mushroom sauce, lemony rocket, and parmesan. The waitress explained that the chicken, the free-range chicken, comes from a farm in South Georgia, USA, not South Georgia, Asia. That reminded me of that episode of Portlandia. I just noticed this, and I'm kind of upset to see that my chicken was on welfare. I'm sorry, but in the future, I expect my chickens to work for the privilege to be eaten by me. The chicken al macaroni is really good. Certainly better than the eggplant parm I had the other day. But that's not why we're here. I mean, I don't know if you're able to see it now, but for the past few minutes, I've seen a bunch of people stop outside the window here and look up, break out cameras, and take pictures of something. So I run out to see what it is, and there's nothing going on. So I come back, sit down, I look again. There's people looking up, you know, staring into the sky, taking pictures. I run out again. There's nothing there. So I asked this lady who was just sitting at the bench, what is everyone looking at? And she just points, and it's the slides. That's it. It's just the slides. There's a clear one, so I guess they're watching the people, you know, slide through it. So I guess nothing terribly exciting, just a water slide.
Yeah, this one is our polenta chips. This one is a cornmeal with the parmesan cheese and crispy rosemary. But in Italy, they call it a piece of golden joy.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. The raspberry rippled pavlova. Light and gooey meringue, zesty cream, macerated raspberries, and smashed honeycomb. I just finished lunch at Jamie's Italian, so I'll take this opportunity to reflect a little bit on good choices. Every dish I chose today was substantially better than what I chose the first time. So, I'm going to upgrade my recommendation of Jamie's Italian, at least on this ship, from it's okay to it can be really good. No, it can be really good if you make the right choices. So just be aware of that. You might have to go 2 or 3 times to find the right dishes, but it can be really good. This is very, very special. I didn't expect to find a little Disney magic here on a Royal Caribbean ship. Maybe they use Linux. That could explain why some of the apps don't work. More fun with clocks. It is not 8:30 p.m. 100% not 8:30 p.m. In fact, it's what time it is? 6:30. I have a little bit of downtime before it's time to try and find something for dinner, so I thought I would wait in front of the next cruise for a little bit, maybe 10-15 minutes, to see if I can plan that trip for next November or December, or whichever one it is. It's the one that does Haiti and the ABCs. You know, see what the deal is and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. Be here for a few minutes, then I have a first round of pictures to take, and then it's time to find something for dinner. I have no reservations, so I'm probably just going to do the pathetic, you know, walk up to the host or hostess, you know, see if they can take one lonely soul. That usually works, by the way, so FYI. All right. I've been waiting here 12 hours. I'm almost done with my, I don't know what number this is. I'm back for dinner at Uzumi, and I'm very disappointed that the new menus apparently do not feature Hot Rock 2.0. I guess I'll just have to live without it. To start here at Uzumi, I got the Firecracker Shrimp Spring Roll. There is deep fried shrimp, crab meat, sambal chili, and cream cheese. And also some of the pork goiza dumplings, pan-fried pork wontons, and goiza sauce. And And that's these guys right here. I also ordered a spider roll, so that'll be out in a little bit, but I'm going to dig into these right now. Finally, a spider roll, which is good, but I like the other roll better. Quickly, this concludes day 7 aboard Symphony of the Seas in or on her inaugural transatlantic crossing.